Well, hello there, perfect drafters, and welcome to another keg review. And I won't say be a keg review because today I'm going slightly off topic and we're going to review Thatchers Gold, the British cider from Somerset. And on the app it's £39.95 a keg, which would work out about £3.12 a pint all in. As I mentioned in my last video, I do try and hold out for £30 a keg, and I got this on a 2 for £60 with some glasses as well. And if you follow that kind of £30 per keg rule, you'll end up paying about £2.38 per pint once you've returned your keg there, and that's not accounting for beer tokens. For those of you who have been following me, you'll see a different bar setup. The second machine is back. It's been slightly cooler, although it's very hot today and it is struggling as usual. I've just tried to space them out a bit better to help air circulate around it. I did put this keg in nearly a day ago now and it's at 6 degrees. This is Camden Hells. I'm going to do that for my next review. I've got Thatchers in here because I wanted to set it that little bit cooler than 3 degrees. We've put that on 2 to test today. Was tempted to try out 1, but we'll go for 2. That's what the app recommends. So I've gone for an English theme with England doing so well the other day against Mexico, and really looking forward to the quarterfinal versus Norway. If you saw my last video, you'll notice I called it Haaland scoring a couple of goals, knocking Brazil out. It was more hope rather than a proper prediction, but it happened, and I think we'll stand a better chance against Norway than we will against Brazil if we can keep Haaland quiet. I think we would have had that kind of mental block against Brazil that probably would have stopped us playing. So let's see what happens. To get my keg down to the 2 degrees, I did use the rapid cooling feature, which is something they've introduced in the past few months if you've got the Pro machine, and still regretting not having that second Pro machine as we watch this struggle to get down to temperature. So, I'm not a massive cider drinker, I'll admit, and it is one of the reasons I did end up with the 2 machines, because I did want to buy my wife a keg of Orchard Pig when I first got the machine, and she took so long drinking it, I was getting a bit impatient, so we got the second machine so we could both have our kegs in, and I'm not having to wait. And it was quite a funny story actually. For a birthday, got the Orchard Pig keg, Orchard Pig glass, and a snack called Serious Pig, so there was a lot of pig in there. Just putting it on the record, I don't think my wife's a pig. That was just totally coincidental to have a lot of pig-themed things on that particular birthday. Like I say, not a massive fan of cider myself. I have been stealing a bit from the wife over the past few months. Like when we've got a couple of pints at a pub, I've been having a sip and actually quite enjoying it. I guess what I'd still kind of say is not overall a massive fan of cider, but there are some I do like. She was actually having Thatchers 8.4% stuff yesterday in a tinny, and I had a sip of that. That was pretty good. I've had a couple of Weston's bottles recently, been enjoying those, but I think when I've tried it in the past it's been Strongbow and things like that, and don't really like that very much. So I kind of got this keg with my long-suffering wife in mind, as she's been putting up with me during the World Cup, but I might actually have a few pints myself this time. We are having a curry later, and it is recommended to be paired with curry and other Asian cuisine and cheese, especially blue cheeses, fish and chips, desserts. So it seems like quite a versatile keg to have in if you want to pair it with some food. When I got the order, the 3 glasses I did get was the Camden Town ones, so I'm going to save them for the Camden Hells, which will be my next review, following quite shortly. We're just going to pour today in your typical perfect draft pint glass. The kind of one of my least used glasses, to be honest. I do like to try and get it as close to the brand as possible. Actually, I'm going to backtrack. My wife does have this Cornish Rattler glass, so let's make it a bit more cidery. Without further ado, I'm going to get pouring. And just reminded myself, part of the getting ready for England on Saturday night, you will see that I've got rid of all my left stuff, which is very rare. Just wanted to freshen up the look a bit. One thing I have got on my old machine, this little thing I thought was quite patriotic, and if you're new to the perfect draft, don't forget you can get all these little extra merchandise bits to tart up the place. A bit more confident with a pour in a cider than I would be a beer, because it shouldn't be foaming up in theory. Got it at 2 degrees, so it should be quite still, quite flat. Let's see how it goes. Well, you might have heard the keg crack there, and I was surprised at the size of this head. It's going to give it a Timmy Toppy too. Wasn't expecting any head at all, to be honest. And I've just reminded myself of Baldy. I've not mentioned him in the past couple of videos. Let us know you're alright, Baldy. Hopefully you're enjoying the World Cup and a few beers too, or even ciders. That feels lovely and cold. Like I say, we've got it at 2 degrees. Got some nice bubs there. This isn't a nucleated glass. It's more like a vase, the shape of it. Feels a bit more than a pint. They have just announced Copperberg cider today, so we might be trying that if we enjoy this. I might be getting into my ciders. I'm definitely like the feel and look of it, but the most important thing is the taste. So let's get cracking. So, bit of a mistake for me to actually smell cider because it does put me off. Not really a massive fan of the smell. It smells of apple, but kind of like, well, I won't say exactly what it smells like, but hopefully it tastes better than it smells. Cheers. Yep. It's not for me, to be honest. It just tastes like kind of watered down apple juice to me. It's a decent mouthfeel. It's not flemming me up too much. It's quite crisp. Yeah, I think in retrospect, what I'm finding about the ciders that I have been enjoying in bottles and tinnies is I do prefer the extra ABV to it, but I'm not the most experienced cider drinker. Inches, for example, I think that's just a normal kind of ABV. I do quite enjoy that, but this, no, not a fan. It'll get drank, but I might just get a second opinion. Like I say, I'm not the most experienced cider drinker. Just bear with me one moment. So, like I say, not the most experienced cider drinker. I'm just going to get a second opinion from my wife, who is a very, very experienced cider drinker. She doesn't want to appear on camera, so I'm just going to pass it to her. Hopefully she can give a more kind of knowledgeable review.
It's bubbly.
It's bubbly.
It's very appley, and it's very nice, very crisp. I like that one. Is it Thatchers?
This is the Thatchers Gold. So yeah, appley, crisp, and
refreshing.
What would you say it was like compared to the one you was having last night in the tinny, the 8.4%?
You can tell it's not as strong in taste, but to be fair, I quite enjoy both of them.
So, enjoy them both for different reasons. Probably the same way I enjoy beer, is the same way you enjoy Thatchers. So, yeah, for someone who actually likes cider, it's good. But yeah, for someone like me who not usually a massive fan, a bit more hit and miss, I wouldn't experiment.
Does that mean I get that pint?
Yes, you're more than welcome to it. I'll just finish the video and I'll probably bring it straight to you. Okay, thank you. So, I can't really think of a way I would rescue that for myself, really. If I cool it down, it's probably going to taste even less, but if I warm it up, it probably won't like that either, because I'm not actually liking the little that I can taste of it. So yeah, definitely one for your cider drinkers. Don't be experimenting like me. If you basically prefer your beers, don't really like cider, think, oh, we'll give cider a go on there. I did like the Copperberg strawberry and lime. I tried that a couple of years ago, but it wasn't very different from the bottles, to be honest, so it's probably more cost effective just to buy it in bottles. But that's the kind of cider I like, maybe a different flavour, and if they are the apple ones, the stronger the better, I guess. So yeah, very rare thing from me. A keg I'm probably not really going to enjoy. Thankfully, my wife will help me get through it, and a couple of friends coming round on Saturday for the match, I'm sure will help us smash it. Like I say, we are having a curry later, so I might give it another go with that, just to see if it makes a difference, but I can see myself starting to tap into the Camden there if it ever gets down to temperature. You might see that get reviewed at 5 or 6 degrees, to be honest. It's going to struggle to get to 3, and that'll be cool enough. Should give us a few more flavours. Even though I'm not a massive fan of the taste these machines are brilliant. Still got that nice mouth feel, that temperature, that just makes it go down okay. So yeah, in summary, stay clear if you prefer your beers. You're just going to be clogging up your machine probably for a while as you try and get through it. Can't really compare it to the pub's Thatchers because I don't ever order it, but I do, now I think about it, get the feeling when I do have that sip of my wife's, it might be one that I'm not particularly bothered about. I'm going to do my best with this today, and we'll review the Camden Hells tomorrow in time for Saturday, where hopefully we'll be going through to a World Cup semi-final. Maybe I should make another prediction. It might come true, just as the last one did. I was so proud of the players the other day against Mexico. They got everything thrown at them, but came through it. Never been so proud watching England. I'm going to go and see if the wife will drink the rest of that for me. If you've been enjoying these videos, don't forget to like and subscribe. Like I said in some of my other videos, not strictly a beer review channel, but it seems to be going that way while the World Cup is on, and hopefully we'll get a chance to review a few more kegs. Thanks again.